Wow. So, welcome to Wife's a Bitch podcast. I'm Victoria Arnstein, and this is my co-host today, Marcus Monroe.
Hello.
I got to just introduce you as, a pioneer in comedy because
Hey,
if you don't know already, you have to find this guy on Instagram right away, on Facebook, all social media. You're so unique.
Thank you.
You've done this thing where you do comedy on a train, on subway trains in New York City. And he's dressed as, he becomes a character of anybody from a UPS man to Amazon delivery guy. Just insane stuff. I can't even do it justice by talking about it. But I just want to say that I'm so happy to have you here because he has such good energy. You have such good energy.
I appreciate that.
You make me smile every time I'm around this guy, and I'm so happy to bump into him anytime or in New York City and be on shows with him and have you on my shows.
This is great. I love this intro. Keep going.
You're going to love him too. You're going to love watching this. And just before we get started, I have merchandise and a book called Impress Yourself. Probably can't see it right here, but anyway, trust me, it's on Amazon. And I have merch on my website, wifesabitch.com. And we have a segment on this show. We'll do about 15 minutes to the hour where we answer relationship questions. Whatever, it's disclaimer, okay, we're not psychologists or therapists, but we are both married and we've been in relationships.
That's true.
So,
Guess what? I just celebrated on August 10th, 12 years of being married.
Congratulations.
They said I couldn't do it. They said it wouldn't last a year. Prove them wrong.
That's right. That's like every love song, every kind of song that you could sing that has those lyrics. I also am married 26 years.
26?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
You do it, yeah.
What's the secret?
We tried to get divorced. We suck at divorce.
You actually tried to get divorced?
Yeah.
And what, you couldn't just...
We couldn't do it.
What do you mean you couldn't do it?
We loved each other.
Oh, well, why would you want to get divorced then?
Huh?
So you went through the whole process, then you realized this wasn't, you guys just had a fight or something?
Yeah, it was my husband's idea to get divorced twice. The first time he handed me papers, actually. And I was devastated. But then he wanted me back. And I said, well, you're going to have to date me. And then he did. He dated me. And then...
Were you living in separate places?
Yeah, I lived in Hawaii for 7 years. And he was going back and forth to New York. And there was no infidelity. There was no cheating. There was none of that. He was just, he was tired of being, talked to. I was complaining a lot. I was nagging. I noticed that now. And I was like, well, wait a minute. If I'm going to nag, if I'm going to date again, why don't I date my husband? Because I'm going to have to show my best self to the next guy. So why don't I just love the one I'm with? You know what I mean? So love is an action to me. Like you show up, you're there, it's what you are doing in your relationship to have that solid love. Because I always said, you don't love anybody full force, like everything about them. You love a lot of things about them, but you don't love everything delusionally because that's infatuation.
Sure.
That's not love.
That's creepy.
Right. So that's why even in my book I say impress yourself, but don't be delusional about loving yourself. Like, oh, I love myself in every way. No, you don't. No, you don't.
You remember that documentary Grizzly Man about the guy who went to live with the grizzly bears in Alaska, then ended up getting eaten by the bears? He was like infatuated with the bears because there was a scene where one of the bears took a poop and he was like, I love this poop. This poop is so beautiful because it's from the bears. And I'm like, when you were saying that, I was thinking, yeah, like I love everything about my wife, but like if she were to shit on a plate, I'd be like, ugh.
Like an Amber Heard.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. So you're right. I don't like everything about her, but I love 99% of the stuff.
Okay, so there you go. But so when people say love yourself, it's like they think it's all or nothing. So it's not all or nothing. Just don't delusionally love yourself like that. Love things and then improve on things that you think that aren't that great, or just accept them.
Okay.
And I think that's a blanket for all. I would say, I don't like to generalize, but I would say that was a good way to generalize love and relationships. And that's why a lot of relationships fail, because they want all or nothing.
Right.
And it's not that. It's a balance. It's ebb and flow.
Yeah, it is. And love keeps changing, right?
Totally.
Love to me is like this bubble. And it's just like, sometimes it's like, it's always like big, but sometimes it keeps moving. And like sometimes you love different things at different times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you gravitate more toward one thing or another. Like I noticed like, the other day I noticed like my wife, like the way she walks. I'm like, I never really noticed the way she walks, but I love that about her. I love the way she walks. So it's just like the small things about it like are like cute to me.
Yeah, and just like little texts during the day, I'm thinking about you and stuff like that. It goes so far. It goes so
How many
far.
times do you say I love you to your husband a day?
I say it once a day at least.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. But when he's leaving the apartment, I'm like, and goes to work for me.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like me and my wife are gross. Like I'll go out to take out the garbage. Like I'll be right back. Love you. And she'll be like, love you. And I'm just
every
going
time
to
I
take
hang
out the
up.
garbage or
Every
something.
time I hang up.
Oh yeah, we do that too. But
Yeah,
like
that's a
we're
good
just like,
one.
I'm gonna go to the other room. Love you. Like
That's great.
It's kind of just like saying bye.
Yeah. No, it's a good reminder too, and that's what I have with my kids. Also, I've trained them since they're young.
Yeah.
Because you never know the last time you're going to talk to them.
Oh.
Yeah, I know it's
Way
a
to
little
kill
morbid.
the vibe. Am I right? What are we doing?
It's a little morbid, but my father died, and he
Oh.
went away on a business trip and never came back
Oh, I'm
alive.
sorry to hear that.
So it was always my thing where I
What
always
happened
had
to your
to.
dad?
Well, he had a heart attack,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
he had bypass surgery, but then he had an aneurysm after the surgery.
Were you young when that happened?
Yeah, I was 20, but I
That's
was a
young.
sheltered 20, and my dad was like my best friend.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
it
sorry
does
to hear
suck.
that. That's really
Yeah.
tough.
So my husband goes on all these adventures. He climbed Mount Everest.
Wow.
He climbed Ama Dablam in Nepal.
Wow.
He's nuts. There was a podcast on here at the studio, and you could watch it if you want under Michael Arnstein.
All right.
Theorist podcast, shout out. And because he does those things, I get nervous before he leaves. Not only because he's doing Mount Everest, but because he's leaving. And my father left, and I never really got to say I love you. We had a little bit of a fight
Yeah.
right before he left.
Yeah.
And I spoke to him on the phone before he died, but still, and I got to, at least make that, my last time I spoke to him. But before the last time I saw him, we had a little tiff, and it was like, why did that have to be the last thing?
Yeah.
So that taught me to always say I love you. But my husband gets really angry, like when I get anxious before he leaves. He's like, stop doing that. I'm
Yeah.
like, I just need to leave and just like stop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, all right. Like I get very anxious before he leaves.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Because you've had it
Yeah.
happen where the worst
Traumatized.
things happened when someone
Traumatized.
left that you
Right,
loved.
right.
Right. Yeah, that's hard to get over that, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that I realized also. I didn't find myself till I was about 50, because the second time he wanted to get divorced, I don't know if anybody knows this backstory. I've said it in my podcast before and on stand-up.
Tell me, because I don't know.
Yeah. My husband went to prison. Nothing crazy. He had a guy that worked for him that was from India, and he did software for our company. And we sell engagement rings online. And my husband was number one on Google, but this guy got fired, and he was like adamant about taking this company down. And he had like 40 people a day putting horrible Yelp reviews against the company.
Oh, wow.
Making the company go down to like the page 16 on Google instead of number one.
Wow.
Top, and
Yeah.
then way down, and fake websites. So my husband tried to get rid of it by calling the FBI in India. Good luck finding a guy in India. There's billions of Indians. So
Yeah.
he couldn't do that. And then he ended up getting a lawyer in New York. It was like $300,000 just to take it off. And my
Whoa.
husband was like, well, I'll just take it off myself. And he took it up with Google. They did nothing. And then he gave it to some employee in his office that was like Southeast Asian that just basically did it for him. And he didn't think anything of it. And then he ended up because it's a fake website, you have to get a judge's approval, and the judge's name was on it, but it was copy and paste. There was no signature to take it off, but it was
Got it.
considered forgery.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you just like change the name of the company?
No,
like,
it was too
rebrand?
established. It was
Oh,
too,
was
yeah,
it?
it was like 20 years in. So
Ah.
yeah, no, it was too established. He worked it was his baby, and it was
Yeah.
like it
That's
was
too
like getting
bad.
rid of your name.
So now is it back to number one?
Number one, yeah. Thank God. Natural Sapphire Company sponsoring this only because my husband pays
Yeah.
for everything. So
Go get your engagement rings, folks.
yeah. What was my point? Oh yeah. So when he was in it was like a camp. It was Club Fed. It was really camp.
It was like a Martha Stewart
Camp,
type
yeah,
thing.
it was Camp Cupcake. Anyway, it was upstate, and I was in Hawaii, and the FBI came into in my garage banging on the door, and they were like, FBI, let us in, and I'm like, get the hell out of here. I thought my husband was pranking me. I was on the stationary bike just watching Hawaii Five-0. And I was like, holy.
that's so funny.
Oh
watching
my
Hawaii
God.
5-0, Hawaii
I know. And then
5-0's outside.
5-0 came in.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? And then they were like, hey, where's your husband? I'm like, because my husband just went to do the Boston Marathon. So he wasn't in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So I was like, if you're the FBI, how do you not know? So I thought my husband was pranking me.
Yeah.
And they're like, where is he? I'm like, is that code for like, you're gonna strip now. I thought
Right.
they were strippers.
Oh, cool.
I'm not even
That'd be
joking.
fun.
Like I really thought they were strippers. And then I ended up. My husband always thought that I would call him from jail. So I called him up. I'm like, the FBI is here. He's like, what'd you do? I'm like, bitch, it's for you. And then he's like, what did I do? He had no idea.
He had no idea.
No idea.
Dang.
So he ended up going to jail for like, well, first of all, we went to court, right? And his lawyer was like my cousin Vinny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, Your Honor. I'm like, Your Honor. Oh my God, we're gonna lose.
Yeah.
And we did. And we did. Well, so the judge was such an asshole. He's like, okay, you're gonna pay a $29,000 fine. We're like, whew. And then he's like, and then you're gonna have house arrest for 5 months. I'm like, whew. And then he goes, then you're gonna have 9 months in jail. We're like, wait, what? 9 months, and then we ended up getting this place that was, thank God, upstate New York, very nice. It was very low security.
Did he serve 9 months there?
Yeah, he was only sentenced for 3. He liked it so much. No, I'm kidding. He was sentenced to 9.
Wow.
But yeah, and then I was devastated. But then he called me every day. He was like, he called me every day from there, and then we had an argument. He was there for 6 months at the time, and I was in Hawaii, and I was selling all our stuff, and I was always home, and I never went to visit him because I was selling all our furniture. And he's like, I'm so zen here, and I don't want this anymore. I don't want to stay married. I'm blocking you on email, and I'm not calling you anymore. He just snapped.
Wow.
And I was devastated.
Yeah.
And then he went to his friend's house after he got out of jail. 3 months later, I came to New York. I visited him once with the kids on Father's Day, and he just didn't want to look at me. And he had a mohawk. He looked tough. He was running every single day because he was an ultra marathoner.
Yeah.
That's a marathon with mental illness. And he went around a parking lot every single day for 4 hours straight.
Just running?
Yeah, and he was a fruitarian. He only ate fruit and vegetables for 8 years.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Is that good for you? There's no protein in there, is there?
Right. There's no protein, but it lasts for about a good, I'd say 5 years, and then you cleanse,
Oh, wow.
He went 8 years.
Wow.
So he went back to doing it hardcore in jail. So people were like handing him bananas and stuff, and he was giving them his meat meals and stuff.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, so he had like, if I showed you pictures of him, you guys could go on the Fruitarian website or the Fruitarian on YouTube or on Instagram, and you'll see the way he was ripped. He looked sick.
Is that his website, the Fruitarian?
The Fruitarian.
Fruitarian,
Yeah,
that's
he
him?
used to put on a Woodstock Fruit Festival for
really?
10 years. And people from around the world, like 1,000 people came from around the world with we were on a lake at a sleepaway camp, and we did fun stuff, and there were classes all day, and it was like a real retreat.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
He was kind of famous in that world. So the Fruitarian website, what you have you could show
cool.
Marcus. Yeah, he had him on here on the podcast.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he had a mohawk, and when I visited him in jail, I was like, why do you have a mohawk? He's like, I gotta look tough. I'm like, for who?
Wow.
Morty Rosenberg? Like who? The accountant? Like who's here?
He's
There was
ripped,
nobody.
huh?
He was yeah. So now he's not that ripped, but he's just about 15
Wow.
pounds heavier than that right
Very
now.
good. That's
But
crazy.
anyway, yeah. So as you know, he's also an ultra marathoner.
Yeah.
And I was not really a runner, but I became a runner because I wanted him to notice me because
Yeah.
it was his love language.
Yeah.
So I became a runner, and then I became an ultra runner. He's like, you're getting so good at this. Why don't you try an ultra? I think you could come in top 5.
How many miles are this ultra?
Anything over a marathon.
Wow.
A marathon's 26.2.
Yeah. So 26.3 is an ultra?
Right.
Cool.
If you want to call it that. That's kind of cheating.
I've only done 16 miles. That's the most I've ever run.
Okay, you could definitely do 22.
Oh, I think
26,
so. I think
26.
so too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just stopped.
I know you can. I'm
Yeah.
going to talk about what you did too in a sec.
All right.
But look at this. Look at that. It says, what does it say?
Says baddie of all asses. Is that what- I can't see that.
Badass of all asses.
Oh, badass of all that.
Of
I
all
couldn't see
asses.
that.
Well, so you got to be tough to do an ultra. My husband's very tough, and he wins ultra marathons. He's
He
done
wins
crazy-
them?
Wins.
Dang.
Yeah. He's fifth American in the New York City Marathon. The guy's just insane. Yeah.
Dang.
So, I mean, anyone who could do Everest and Ahmed Ablam is also
Yeah.
whacked out. So, but we
True,
didn't know he
true.
could do that until later. So now I got into He's like, you can come in top 5. I'm like, I can come in top 5? I was psyched. He gave me a whole schedule, 6 weeks to the letter. I did exactly what he said, 2 marathons in a day. The training was brutal.
I bet.
But I did exactly what he said, and I only ate rice and fruit. and I was
Wow.
lean, and I was ready to go.
Rice and fruit.
Yeah, and I did 100K, which is 62 miles, 62.2 miles,
You
62.1
did 62 miles in one.
in the mountains of Vermont, and I won first place.
That's 62 miles. How long
And I
did that
wasn't
take
a
you?
runner, huh?
How long does that take you?
14 hours and 20 minutes. But who's counting?
I mean, you finished it. That's
I
incredible.
finished it, but I came in first.
How many people were there?
I know that 3. No, no, there was about a couple of hundred. Yeah,
That's incredible.
and I sang the national anthem.
You
right
can sing
beforehand.
too?
Yeah, I'm a singer. I'm a singer first. before
Where?
everything.
What?
I'm an oil painter. I'm a singer.
You're an author?
I'm an author now. Anyone could be an
crazy.
author. I mean, Hitler was an author. Anyway.
Oh, true.
He'd look great on Tinder, I'll tell you.
What, Hitler?
Yeah, he's an author. He's a Pulitzer Prize winner. Nobel. What else did he win? You know, he was an artist.
Short, though.
Yeah, he
Short
liked
guy.
dogs. He liked that German Shepherd, right? He likes dogs.
Yeah, he was a painter.
Yeah, and then his hobbies include loves to bake.
Oh. Boo on Hitler. 2 thumbs down.
Anyway,
Would not recommend.
blonde hair and blue eyes, man in uniform is not bad. It's looking good. But you know what? Jesus wouldn't even look good on Tinder.
Jesus, you don't think he'd look good?
No.
I think he'd be
looked
fun. He'd
disheveled.
be more fun, though.
Right? Yeah, but I think he was serious.
He's got
but
the long hair.
Yeah,
Kind
but
of
he
like
looked
a
a
hippie
little-
vibe.
right, but-
He's a carpenter.
Right, that's
Good with his
not
hands.
right. So not that
He could
good.
build you a house. He could build you a deck.
Yeah, but carpenter doesn't make that much money, and you're thinking about marriage material, right? And he's wearing
Sure.
sandals in the profile picture, and his mother's
Well,
a Jew, and she's like, "Really?
but
Did you have to wear sandals?"
Carpenter, it's a job that AI is not going to take. So you got to think about
well,
that.
soon it will.
Carpentry?
I think so.
How are they going to be able to come into your house and fix a wall?
Robots are going to do everything.
Well, yeah, I mean I think we're a long way.
We are a long way, but I picture in 5 years from now, robots are going to be walking children to school. That's
In
what
5 years,
yeah.
do you think? All right, you
Yeah.
heard it here first.
And they're going to be even like they're going to have eyes in back of their heads. They're going to be like walking drones. That's what I think.
Interesting. Do you ever think that there are aliens walking among us?
No, never.
Well, think about it.
I know. My husband thinks it.
I think about it.
He believes that he's seen spaceships in Hawaii. He saw spaceships in New Mexico. He used to live in New Mexico.
Wow.
He saw it.
I believe it. There's crazy stuff out there we don't know about. Space, the ocean.
The ocean, okay. There's a lot of shit in there.
There's a lot of stuff. There was
Speaking of which, I used to swim. I didn't want to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I used to swim in Hawaii. I used to swim to another island. It was about a mile out and a mile back. And I didn't know. I thought it was kind of a bay where I lived. And then 2 years into my swimming there, they're like, and I just went in like a bikini, earplugs, and goggles. That was it. And sometimes resistance gloves to make it harder. And so I came to New York one day. And my neighbor called me and said, "Did you know somebody's feet were, taken down, bit off by a shark, by a tiger shark, 15-footer,
What?
50 yards from my house,
What island did you live on?
Oahu. I was in
Oahu.
Lanikai, nicest area there. I
Wow.
was actually neighbors with Obama whenever he came in for like a month.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but he caused a lot of traffic. Anyway,
Yeah.
maybe amazing. I don't know. Not a big fan. But
I
anyway,
like Barry.
you liked him?
Yeah.
They did call him Barry there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we shared a backyard. Anyway, so what happened was when I found that out, I was like, I was haunted. How am I going to go back? I swim there almost every week.
Yeah.
And I swam halfway
Yeah.
every single day of my
Crazy.
life. It was like my cup of coffee. Like no one talked to me till I do my swim.
See, I can't swim in the ocean like that.
But my eyesight's not that great in the water from far, so I didn't see the sharks anyway. So I was just like, whatever. It's just gray mass that passed by, and I didn't know if it was a shark or not.
It could be a
'Cause
whale.
It could have been anything.
Yeah.
Dolphins, whatever it was. But you know what's even scarier than a shark?
Submarine.
Any type of speedboat. And I never wore
Yeah.
a buoy like an idiot. How do I not wear a buoy all those years? I'm haunted by this now, 7 years of doing this.
Well,
But
2020.
I did go back.
So sometimes I go in the ocean, and I was kayaking with my wife in Hawaii, and we saw this submarine like emerge from the water.
No way.
And that like terrified me.
You were in Honolulu.
We were in Lahaina, and there was like an Atlantis submarine. It's like a tourism submarine that goes down. You can
Wait, what island is that?
in
Not-
Maui.
Oh, Maui. That's why I don't know it. I never went to Maui.
And I was just like for some reason, like things coming up, like big ships or like submarines coming up from the water kind of give me like the heebie-jeebies. I don't know why.
That would be anyone. That would be anyone.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be sick.
It's just like,
It's like a creature from the lagoon.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't like that at all. I don't like that.
That's crazy.
Or like if I were to jump off like a bit, like if I was on a cruise ship and I jumped off, it would like be terrifying to me to think that there's like this thing under the water.
That's the only thing that would get you
Well,
scared? It's like 300-foot drop.
that true.
You would hit it like cement.
Oh, I would be done. I'd be toast.
No, but some people do survive. There was a guy that just survived. He went to rescue his kid.
Yeah, off the Disney cruise. I've been on that ship. There's also a guy
I've been on that ship too.
On a Royal Caribbean ship
Yeah.
who like he stabbed his coworker, then jumped off the ship and then he died.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because who needs him in the world?
I mean, piece of shit, right?
I'm very into natural selection.
Yeah. I mean, these cruise ship workers though, they work like 14-hour days, no breaks, no days off.
Did you ever do comedy on a cruise?
Yeah, I did comedy on cruises.
Really? That's impressive.
I started doing comedy on cruises back in like 2007.
That's so impressive. By the way, your comedy career is very impressive.
It's so weird.
You work at the Comedy Cellar. You told me that they basically found you.
The Comedy Cellar reached out to me when
That's
when it was time.
That's
yeah,
Mount
I got
Everest
an email from
comedy.
I got an email from SD, and
That's
she was like, "You want to
amazing.
come in and audition?" I saw a tape of you. I was like, "Ah!" I was like, "Yeah, I want to come in and audition."
Do you know what? That's like winning the lottery.
Yeah, it was like 6 years ago. It's pretty cool.
That's literally like that's the Mount Everest of comedy clubs.
I was very, very lucky. Well, I love the Comedy Cellar. I love the New York
Who
Comedy
doesn't?
Club. There's so many great comedy clubs in New York. And also just rooms that do comedy, you know, like, the Perry Club or
Shout out.
Littlefield, Bell House. There's a lot of great rooms in New York that aren't like specifically comedy rooms, but are great. Like the City Winery, great room for comedy.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
upstairs, the loft is like.
I never did. I did the main room.
The main room's fun, too.
I opened for somebody, Yohei Spondo.
I opened for O-Town in
Who's that?
the boy band O-Town.
Oh, wow.
They were on the first season of Making the Band on ABC like
really?
in 1999. I opened for them. They were awesome.
I remember when I saw you at the Nomad, they told you 8 minutes, and you're like, "That's the sweet spot." Like you seem to like that.
Sweet 8 minutes is good because
I thought that was interesting because
you
I like
can-
long.
I like long too.
Okay.
But not at the Nomad. At the Nomad, I like doing 8 because that room is so hit or miss.
Yeah,
And it's mostly
stuffy.
misses because it's not a comedy audience. It's people
Right.
going there to be seen.
Right,
It's
right.
like where
Like
like
a lot of
socialites go.
models.
Like
Yeah,
Leonardo DiCaprio's
Right,
there.
right.
Yeah, you have a table full of like models from Ford or Willinoma or whatever, just like
Right.
So 8 minutes is fine there. But at the Comedy Cellar, like
Wilhelmina.
I was there like the other night, and it was 15 minutes is like what your spots
You were at the
are.
Nomad?
Not the Cellar.
Oh, at the Cellar.
15 minutes is like your spot there.
Right.
And the guy, Chris Red, was following me, and
That's my sweet spot.
and he was
15.
late, so I ended up doing 20. But I didn't know I was doing 20. I thought I was doing 15. So I did
Hadn't been
15, did my closer, then I didn't get the light. So I'm like, I gotta keep going. So
Yeah, isn't that nerve wracking?
throws me off a bit, especially at the Comedy Cellar. Any other club, I would be like, okay, this.
Because you try to do the best, and a lot of people don't try out new stuff.
No,
either.
I don't.
Or they have to be rehearsed because they know the Comedy Cellar. But I have to say something: the Comedy Cellar has an audience that is ready to laugh.
Sure.
I've noticed that too.
Absolutely.
And especially when they see a star that they know, they're like, they laugh when they say the word "the." I'm like, wait, they didn't say anything yet.
Yeah, it's a good audience. It's fun.
Yeah, it is, but it's also a mind fuck because you go to another room and you're like, how come that didn't work?
Exactly. You have to do like the tried and true there. And I think the staff at the Comedy Cellar probably thinks I don't write any new jokes because I only do like what I know works there.
Right, yeah.
Because I'm not trying to be like, what else?
Right.
I like to have fun there and I improvise a little bit. I'll do some crowd work, but the main
You're
thing.
good at crowd work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The main thing is just staying in the moment, staying present when you're doing it.
You ever do your puns that you do in the subway?
No. Well, when I headline shows now, because of the Subway characters, a lot of people come to my shows because they see me from there,
I
and
love
they
when you
don't
repeat it.
And maybe no one really thinks I'm going to be doing like an hour of bad puns, but I will say, hey, I'm filming on the subway. Can I try some jokes out for you? And so I'll do that. But I won't really like do my shtick.
And they're great. I can't believe you come up with them. And so often too. You do this almost every day.
I'm not writing all of them. I got a team of people that I hit up, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be this or that on the subway. If you have any ideas,
I would love to
send them.
Insert some.
All right,
jokes.
I'll add you to the list. It's
I'm pretty punny.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna film tomorrow.
It's corny, but it's fun.
I'm filming 3 characters tomorrow.
Okay, 3 in one day.
I usually do that.
Wow.
I usually do 3 in one day.
Hit me up. And if you ever do a sketch comedy too, I'm very into that.
Because my buddy Drew, who films me, he's not cheap. So he's cheap. He's
He's inexpensive.
Yeah,
Not, he's not inexpensive.
it is what it is.
Right,
Like I pay him for his time and for his professional cameras, and he's great.
Yeah.
But it's not. I don't want to say he's cheap because then people won't hire him. Drew Jordan Creative is who I use.
I would hire him. I'm looking for somebody.
Yeah, Drew's awesome, but so I want to, I don't want to just do one character and then be like it only takes an hour.
Right.
It
takes an hour to
do one character. Yeah.
But you have to dress up and everything. If you guys, please, even if you pause this now, go to his Instagram, Marcus Monroe.
So tomorrow I'm gonna be a gladiator.
And you also dedicated your channel to that. Mostly, I don't see anything really else.
It is mostly that. I don't like to give away, like I don't want to burn material for my show on Instagram. I mean, I don't mind doing a joke or two that, I don't care. I don't think people are gonna be like, oh, I heard that on Instagram and get upset. But I wanted to find something that that I could do, that I could repeat, that could be like my thing.
Right.
And so I think I found that with the Subway series. It's fun. So I'm gonna do a gladiator tomorrow, and then I'm gonna be a wizard.
Ooh.
Like with a big gray beard and a thing. And then what's the next one? Oh, detective.
Detective?
A detective.
Wow.
Like a Sherlock Holmes looking guy. Not Sherlock Holmes, but like a detective from England, he's got like the coat and like the glasses. I have a pipe. Yeah, I have a pipe.
Great.
I have a what do you call it? Pocket watch.
That's great.
All that stuff. And like I really spend a lot of money on these costumes.
I'm sure. I just bought wigs and I'm like, because I'm doing sketch comedy now.
Yeah.
One of my videos is going viral right now.
Really?
It's about 660,000.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and about 35,000 likes.
That's amazing.
I feel like you for a day.
It feels so good when that happens.
I know. But I'm like, oh, is it going to slow down? Like my Cardi B impression on TikTok went to 1.9 million.
Wow.
And I'm like, where's the 2 million? Like I'm waiting. It's been like months. It hasn't happened.
It's just edging at
But anyway,
1.9.
and then it just stops off because it was during election time and where she did the whole thing. But now I'm starting to cultivate my impressions.
Great.
And my impersonations.
So you do good. You can do impressions?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite?
Cardi B, probably.
Can I hear it? Is this bad?
No, I mean, it's like, like, what do you want me to talk about? Like, I could talk about whatever.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Anyway, so, I could do that, but I'm putting her into like situations where she's a brain surgeon. Like, could you even imagine? Like, oh my God, look at my nail. Like, how am I gonna put on my glove? Like, stuff like that. Where could you even imagine her as that? And then a pilot on a plane, a librarian, whatever it is. It's like, mothers, don't tell your kids they could do anything, okay? Because they can't do anything. They can't be anything they want to be. Because if we had Cardi B as a brain surgeon, we'd have flatliners all over the place.
Hey.
But then I just thought of Drew Barrymore.
Oh yeah.
Like if she was on a plane, if she was your pilot on a plane.
Okay, let's hear it.
It'd be like, hi, I'm your pilot, Drew Barrymore. Anyway, you guys probably are really worried about the turbulence, but don't be so hard on yourselves, guys. I'm going to fly the plane as best as we can, despite the fact that we have a fire on the right wing. But listen, this is a really good time for you to meditate and just have a nice time. Just breathe, people.
Just dance in the rain. Yeah, I love Drew. She's so positive.
She's so positive. She's like you. She's got that good energy.
I need to be on her show.
So I would love to. Yeah, you could.
I
would love to. I would love for her to be my pilot.
Yeah.
Like that's why I don't want Cardi B on my pilot panicking if there was a fire on the right wing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to work on now. Stuff like that, and also I like a comedy where I'm delusional in some way, where I go off on a tangent. Like I'm a hypochondriac. For those of you who are not Jewish, you probably don't know what that is. It means like you think that you're gonna die when you have like the littlest thing that happened to you, like when you're sick for a little bit, like you have a cold, but you think I already planned my funeral. Like I'm like already starting to. So with me, I'm working on a thing where my husband. I picture him sleeping with a woman, and I'm dead already, and my kids are fucked up, and and who is this woman that he's with named Wanda? Like, who the fuck is Wanda? And now I'm going off on a tangent, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck Wanda.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I went all the way off the deep end, and everyone thinks it's so real also. And at the end of the day, it's like at the end of this joke, it's just like I'm flustered and pissed at this woman that doesn't even exist.
Yeah, and then
You know
you're
what
mad
I-
at your husband.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
get out of
yeah.
here.
Yeah, and that's why I don't let my husband go to certain places, because there's certain like that. Like I want to end up at a place where it never started, or that's why I don't like pens or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
like that's where I want to end up.
Your
in
mind
like,
just creates these
Yeah, yeah,
stories.
yeah.
It fills in
But
the
it does
blanks.
that anyway.
Worst case scenario.
Right,
kind
worst
of thing.
case scenario.
Yeah.
But I'm like that now. So like that's why I want to take my jokes, and that's why I like jokes like that.
Yeah.
That go off on a total tangent. And
Yeah.
you're like, what just happened?
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
love
not
that.
real, lady. It's not real.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that delusional thing. And,
That's cool.
Kind of be delusional anyway, because I kind of do live in that kind of poly. But even though I'm like negative, I have negative fantasies. Like, oh my God, the worst case scenario.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still very Pollyanna, kind of like rose-colored glasses.
Well, that's good.
Whereas, like, I'm like, oh wait, a tiger shark already bit the guy. He's not going to bite me.
Right. Oh
He's
yeah,
done.
the odds
Yeah.
are
Right. I'm
you'll
like,
be okay
he
now.
didn't like the taste. He's not going to do it again.
Right.
So I'll go back. So I go back.
So you do it?
Yeah, I still swam right after that. Like 4 years later, I was swimming every day.
Dang.
I know, it was crazy.
That
It took
is
me
kinda-
3 months to go back in.
Yeah.
It did take me 3 months.
Maybe a pool. Maybe
I hate pools.
You do?
Pools are like a fish tank with chemicals. I can't do it.
Uh,
Ever since I lived in Hawaii,
Love a
I'm a
pool.
snob on a pool.
yeah.
I know it could be the biggest pool. It could be a saltwater pool. I'm like, nope, it's a fish tank. I'm a fish that's been out there too long, and I can't.
Yeah. Have you ever
Can't be
seen
contained.
Have you ever seen an octopus in the wild?
Thank God, no.
No, you don't. Oh, I did once. I was
That
in
would freak
Hawaii.
me out.
It was the coolest thing.
No, that would freak me out. They're dangerous. Those are dangerous.
Some of them are
I know.
deadly.
I swam with tiger sharks. right?
Yeah.
You know the most dangerous shark, right?
Which
the scariest shark.
Which one?
The one from behind.
Oh yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
anything that comes from back,
Totally.
it's an attack. But they're not attacking you. But then they wanted to do a segment on the news. They were like, we were going to be investigating the shark attack. I'm like, what are you going to do? Sit the shark down and interrogate
Yeah,
it?
yeah. And whenever you see these animals, like I was just watching on TikTok today, a guy took a photo of an elephant in the wild. I think this was in India, and it startled the elephant. So the elephant chased this guy and stomped him. He lived.
Yeah. That's
but
what an animal does.
Exactly.
Right.
And people are like, oh, this elephant should be put down. I'm like,
No.
no, the elephant should be fed a nice meal.
You're vegan, right? Or vegetarian?
vegetarian.
You're vegetarian for moral purposes?
Yeah, for the
Okay,
environment and
so
for animal. I like animals.
So when the silverback gorilla
Yeah,
was dragging a kid,
yeah.
what's your take on that?
Well, what I don't know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
so for reference and context, it was in the news a couple of years ago. A silverback gorilla found a kid that jumped into the cage.
Oh, a
in
kid
zoo.
jumped into his habitat.
Right.
Well,
in a
so-
zoo, and he dragged him around, and
Yeah.
then they shot this silverback.
Yeah, they definitely
gorilla.
shouldn't have shot. They should have shot the kid's parents.
They
I
should
mean,
have shot the kid.
No, I mean,
No,
like,
I'm kidding.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, why can't they just like tranquilize the
Well,
gorilla? Why do you
I
have to
think
shoot
you're
the gorilla?
right. I don't know what transpired, but if that was my kid,
Yeah.
I would shoot the gorilla in 10 seconds.
Oh,
Like,
sure. If it was my kid, yeah, of
right.
course.
So I think that they were just panicking because they didn't want a lawsuit, and
Yeah.
B, they also didn't want a kid to die.
Yeah, you don't want a kid to die.
You know, you're in like the
It's-
jaws
that-
of death.
But that's interesting because like the kid went somewhere he wasn't supposed to be.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But and also.
I mean, then people were pissed because that gorilla was like a sentient being, and it
yeah, that gorilla
was
did
like, which
nothing
is
wrong.
also a vegetarian.
Yeah,
But then
that's
they
true.
got all those muscles.
Boom.
right?
I gotta get
So,
some.
like-
I need to get more muscles.
So people think this protein thing, this protein myth, it's
Yeah.
not, you don't need a lot of protein. You just need amino acids. You need it to convert the protein needs to be converted and actually absorbed the right way,
Yeah.
which is, I was vegan for 10 years.
Oh, you were.
Yeah.
Dang.
10 years.
It's hard to be
I was almost an
vegan.
activist.
How long ago was that?
Well, dairy was the worst for me. Like I couldn't do dairy.
How long ago were you vegan? Because it's hard.
About 5 years ago. Oh, 5 years ago I stopped being
Okay.
vegan, but I was 100% vegan strict.
So that's
for 10
interest-
years.
Because it's easier now than it was then.
Oh,
Because,
100%.
Like, now
When
you
I
got like
started-
Beyond Impossible.
Yeah.
you
When
have
I
all these-
started, it was so hard. But here's the thing: I've noticed that that's Beyond Meat and all that stuff. No, disrespect to people that are eating it and everything. And I understand. I loved meat, so it was like a real good alternative for
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
me. But my husband was vegetarian, and he was like, "Come on, do it." And then it was easier and getting easier and easier to do it because they kept giving us all those baked
Yeah.
meats. But didn't do well with me.
Oh, okay.
Like it didn't sit well with me.
I mean, it is processed food
It's
still.
processed food still.
And, and people are
You
like,
can get carried away with having it too much.
and that's true. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's not healthier. And I'm like,
Right.
I'm not eating it because it's
Right,
healthier.
right.
I'm eating it because no animals are getting
Like,
killed.
don't have this conversation with Joe Rogan because,
Right.
you
Well,
know.
he had this guy on his podcast that directed the documentary Game Changers.
Yeah.
And it's all about being
He
plant-based.
was doing well until a certain point.
He
and then
did very
messed
well
it
the
up.
whole time because there was this one guy that came on to debunk it.
Right.
Then the director came on and was like, this is bullshit, this is bullshit.
Right.
And the guy kind of like won.
Right,
The director knew what he was talking about.
Okay, that's good.
So it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's out there. My husband's into it being ethical, so and
Yeah,
also
yeah.
for health, for him, and that's why he went fruitarian.
Yeah, I definitely don't do it for health because the plant-based foods I eat is like burgers, fries.
Right.
Like, I go to Plant Burger down the street here and it's so good. It's all vegan.
Yeah, because it's easy
But
to
it's like
go
fast
vegan
food
now.
vegan. I love
yeah,
it.
so because it's easy to go vegan now, it's not that hard. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I used to be strict kosher also. So it's like,
Ah.
you know what? Everywhere in New York City, unless Mom Donnie comes, actually they'll do halal.
Oh, yeah.
If there's a Muslim mayor, he'll do halal. But
Yeah.
anyway, I think I don't know, but I'm just saying that it's like it's much easier when there's when you're in a metropolis.
Yeah.
But if you're on vacation and stuff,
Oh.
listen, people are like, oh, I
On the
can't.
road? Oh, my God.
Well, I can't be vegetarian. I'm like, well, you can have a salad, and okay, you could have other things too that aren't. You could have nuts. You could have, chickpeas. You
Yeah.
can have your.
That food's just so boring,
It's
though.
harder.
And like
it
on
does
the,
get boring
on the
after a while.
road, at night, you just finished 2 shows. You're in Tampa.
know.
You're like, oh, I want to go
You
get
want
some
it,
food,
yeah.
but I'm vegetarian. Everyone's like, oh, let's go to Buffalo Wild Wings. It's,
How long did you used to eat meat? 'Cause
oh, yeah, I
most
loved
people,
it. I loved it.
You loved it. So
I was
most
eating-
people were not born vegan. So.
No, I was eating like cheeseburgers and chicken wings were like my favorite things. I loved eating chicken wings.
But then you saw a documentary and it freaked
Then
you
I
out.
saw a documentary and I was like, you know what? It's
Can't
really
do it.
not worth.
And your wife?
It's worth it. Yeah, she was vegetarian before.
Yeah, so was my husband.
And then she became a vegan. And when it was around 2019 that I was like, all right, I'm going to cut meat out of my diet. So it's from October 2019 is when I stopped eating meat.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
And
you have
I don't
like
really
this-
miss it that much. It
Okay.
is just a little inconvenient at times when my friends are like, let's go to this restaurant. And then I'm like, oh, there's nothing I can eat here.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that sucks.
Yeah, I used to always ask for things to take out dairy. I did notice that when I took out dairy, I became very clean.
Mm-hmm.
And I also fasted on water for 21 days straight. I did
Wait,
crazy
what?
stuff. I know. I'm not even an extreme person.
So wait, you would just only drink water for
Yeah, I went to a
21
retreat
days?
for it.
That's
The
wild.
retreat wasn't great. It was in Panama, but I ended up doing this, and I felt really good just knowing that I was one of the few people on the planet to do this. Kind of like what you do. I got to say what you do.
Okay, what
All
do I
right?
do?
That's impressive. One of his videos that
Oh.
he did, well, he did it twice, which is absolutely
Oh,
insane.
the unicycle?
The unicycle around Central Park. It's a 6-mile loop. I know that loop
6.2?
well.
Yep.
I know that loop very well.
Yeah.
I've run around it 4 times
seen
in a
you.
row.
Yeah.
I saw you once. And he went on a unicycle that's like what? How much? How
It
tall?
was a 7-foot tall
Oh, it looked taller.
unicycle.
Okay, 7 foot tall. I don't even know
But my
how
head's
you-
like at 10 feet high.
That's insane. Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured 10 feet, 12 feet. And you're already tall.
I'm a 6-foot tall person.
You're 6 foot tall. So imagine that 6 foot on top of 7 or 10 feet.
Yeah.
And he's riding. It's such a hilly course, and he's riding around and then having an edible every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And your crotch must have been.
Oh my God.
Do you call it a crotch for a man? I don't
Yeah,
even
I
know.
mean, it
it's
was
just on
afterwards,
fire.
It hurt so bad. So the first time I did it was last year in July.
Oh my God.
And I dressed up as Evel Knievel, and you're right, I did every 15
You put
minutes.
Vaseline at least beforehand?
I didn't. I didn't even have
What are you,
bikes.
nuts? Literally.
Yes. Every 15 minutes I took an edible, and I only made it 4 miles. I had to stop. I was so high. I was like, I couldn't keep my balance.
Yeah.
This year I did something different.
Okay, what'd you
I
do?
took 100 milligrams right when I started.
Oh my God.
And I was like, my goal is to get through this before it kicks in,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just like all the way around the park before I get too high where I can't do it.
Oh, I see.
And I did not. It kicked in.
It kicked in
relatively soon. I hadn't eaten much that day. I did it in the morning, and it was so hot that day. But I did complete I think I'm the first person to ever do that. I have to be.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah.
I know you are. That is amazing. And so you
Pretty fun.
also, do you want to talk about the thing that happened on that airline or no?
Sure, we
Oh,
can talk about that.
Go ahead, tell everyone.
So yeah, I got banned for life on Delta Airlines for making a TikTok in their bathroom, which I thought was funny as fuck. But
Oh, yeah.
they didn't. So it was a video, which is I kind of scrubbed it from the internet. Some people you can
I
still
saw it.
you can still find it, but I tried to take it down.
My son
but
was cracking
it's
up.
it's me grilling a steak in the bathroom of their toilet, and then I bring the steak back to my seat.
You weren't vegetarian back then.
I was.
What?
That was the funny thing. I was a vegetarian. This was only this was happening like 4 years ago.
I'm bugging out.
Yeah. So I did it, and then I posted it. It went super viral right when I posted it. I was like, oh,
I can imagine.
this is cool. And you know when you have a viral video, it's something about it. Like when you're a performer, it's just like
Yeah, it's like
it's
someone giving you $1
validating.
every time.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like it's validating.
Right.
You're like it's everything you want.
Right,
Attention.
right,
People telling
right.
you how funny you are. You're like, oh. But this one, it got the numbers, but people weren't telling me how funny I was. They were like, yo, that's crazy. You did
Right,
that.
right,
you know,
right.
people were tagging the FAA, people tagging Delta. And
Oh my God.
I got a call the next day. It was only up for like 12 hours. Got a call the next day on Thanksgiving Day from this lady. Her name was Susanna. She told me she was an executive at Delta and that she saw the video and that they were notifying me that I was on the no-fly list.
Oh my God.
And I had a flight the next day with Delta.
Oh my God.
And I was like, well, what? And then I was like, well, I'm on the no-fly list for all airlines or just your airline? You know? She's like, oh, just ours. I'm
Oh,
like, oh,
thank
well, that's a
God.
little bit better.
Yeah.
And I've
You're a
been,
comedian. You,
you know,
you need an
and
airline.
The thing is, they thought it was real. Like it looked so real that they thought
wasn't real?
it wasn't real. What
Oh,
I
it
did
wasn't
was
real?
no. What I did was
I thought it was.
I didn't know. I took a flashlight that flickered like flame, put that in the toilet, and then I did just like I went to film school.
So then they should. Oh, really?
Yeah.
They should take the ban away then. It
I
wasn't
think
real.
so too, but they got so upset because after I deleted the TikTok after our call, right? I
Right.
was like, all right, I'm gonna delete the TikTok. Nothing on the internet lives forever, right? But then Southwest Airlines,
Oh.
they saw it, they ripped it from my TikTok account and then posted it to their Twitter account.
So it's out there.
And it got like 50 million views.
Do you have the original video?
So yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I have it was
I think you could counter sue or something. I
don't know if I could. I mean, they're a private. They're a private business.
Yeah, but
They
if it's not real,
I told them. I told
it
them it
was a
wasn't real.
drama.
I made an apology video and sent it to them, and I was like, "This is how I did the video." Honestly, I didn't think anyone would think it was real because you couldn't really do that. Like
right?
you couldn't.
Yeah, like how did
grill
you get
a
the
steak
and how did you
in
get
a
the lighter
bathroom
on? Yeah,
on an airplane.
right.
Like that can't
So
be
the
done.
steak was
With-
cooked.
Yeah, I cooked it at my apartment
Oh, right, right.
on one side. So I showed the camera
Oh.
the side that wasn't cooked,
adorable.
set down the
I
cooked
can't
side.
even
I
stand
thought
it.
about this. So like, I take all my videos, like I don't take myself seriously, but all my videos I take pretty seriously.
Right,
Like I
right,
want
right.
them to look good.
Right.
That's why I spend so much money on my costumes on the subway, my
Yeah.
special effects makeup.
That's amazing.
Try to, you know,
Go
but
all out. Like
you
you're
have
really
to.
you're a method actor.
I try to be, I don't know.
You are.
It's
become the
when I was Jeffrey
That's
Epstein on the train, I
admirable.
don't think I really became Jeffrey Epstein, but it was pretty fun.
Well, I think that everything that you do, that you go full force, even just being on a cruise and doing 2 different sets for 45 minutes
Oh, yeah.
and clean.
Clean, yeah.
That's incredibly impressive to me.
Thank you. Yeah, working clean is not easy for me
Not
because I
easy
don't
for
like to
me.
have a filter. But when you do like I do a lot of college shows, or I
Oh, you
used
do?
to. Well, I used to when there was a market for it. Like now, since post COVID, they're not really booking many college shows because the kids aren't really used to going out and seeing live shows at parties or.
I want to see the video that Esty saw that made her say, "I want you to audition."
Yeah,
for this."
I think I know what it was. It was from the Comedy Magic Club in Hermosa Beach.
Wow.
Yeah,
And you put that up, and you got a lot of.
I didn't put
views?
it up. I think the guy who runs the club sent it to her.
Really?
Yeah.
Amazing. That is really like striking gold.
Yeah, it was awesome. So love you, Esty. Love you, Richard. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. I mean, I'm very lucky and very fortunate to be passed at some of the best clubs in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I should say, getting passed means like you're able to perform there. Some people think getting passed means like, oh, they passed on you.
Oh, no,
I'm like, no, I got passed. Like,
No, no.
I'm sorry. Like, no, that's good.
That's a-
You want to get passed. You don't want to get passed on, but
I
you got.
didn't get passed at any clubs yet.
Well, you're working though. Like that's the thing. A lot of people I know don't even do
Maybe,
a lot of.
maybe my viral videos will get me in.
You never know. I mean, definitely. I know my buddy Matt. He has viral videos, and he's got a meeting with 3 Arts today. You know, and he's been doing comedy like 3 years, and he's just like, You know, it's all about social media right now. That's really the thing that's driving people to
I
come to
agree.
shows.
Yeah.
It's where the eyeballs are.
That's how Corey started.
Yeah, that's what my buddy Corey B, who I do a
Yes,
podcast with called the
yes.
Boyfriends Podcast, and
And
we
you also
tour. We
headline.
co-headline together sometimes, but he's just like
Such a nice guy.
such a nice
and so
guy.
funny.
One of my best friends.
Yes.
Him and Matt are my best buds, and we
Matt
go.
who?
Matt Lopes, and we go on the road together, and we tour together, and we have the best time.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. When you can find like your group, like when you're homies, you know, like when you can find your guys and you just like jive well, you write jokes with. It's not a competition.
Oh, I wish women had that. Women
Women
are
have
so,
that.
Very few.
Well, guys are very competitive though too. Like I will
but
say,
not like the women are jealous of each other.
women could. Yeah,
They don't
I
even
could
put
see
each other
that.
on each other's
I can't
shows.
speak for women. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I don't have that bro thing. I have more guy comics that help me out.
That's
know?
interesting.
Could I get in your group? No,
Well, I
I'm
think
kidding.
there are more guy
Yeah,
comics than
yeah.
maybe female comics in the city. Maybe that's why too. Not
Yeah.
and I don't know.
They're taken more seriously.
Comedy's such an individual sport though too, because
I know.
you're not really playing on a team. Like you're only as good as the energy you put
It's
into
like
it.
running. Running is so real. No, there's nothing that could help you in a run.
Right, you're
It's
so right. And maybe
it's
that's
you
why
and yourself.
That's why I think I like running so much too. Like I try to
real.
run every day
authentic.
when I can, but it's also something where like, yeah, it's an individual thing. And you're not relying on anyone else to make you run faster or longer.
Maybe a sneaker or two. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Now the sneakers are cheating a little
What
bit.
what shoes do you wear?
I wear the Adidas Addy Zero.
Okay, I do
Yeah,
Hoka
fantastic.
or Brooks, whatever.
Yeah, my husband does Hokas too.
Yeah.
But he tries out new ones all the time.
Yeah.
But the Hokas are a little too they're a little too not bouncy but
They
high.
are. They do have a little
They're like
higher
that air
heel.
mattress
Yeah.
that's a double air mattress. That's like
I don't
too
mind
bouncy
that a little
for
bit.
me. I don't like
but
it.
I like to kind of.
You do like
A
I love
little
the
bit.
bounce. I love the bounce.
Yeah, I like the bounce.
By the way, when I did
Give me the
marathons and
bounce.
ultras, they didn't have those
I see.
sneakers, so I did the real, the
Wow.
real one, like the authentic one without any cheat. You know what I
That's
mean?
crazy. I sometimes see this guy running barefoot in Central
I do
Park,
too. I
and
see
he
him
runs
too.
on the lines, like on the.
Yeah. Well, that's what my husband had to do in Badwater. It was 120 degrees during that race.
How does his feet not get burnt up?
154 degrees. 100. How many miles is Badwater? I think is 100 and something miles.
That's incredible.
And in the heat, high heat, like 110, 135 miles and 120 degrees, and he had to run on the white lines, otherwise your sneakers melt.
Yeah.
And then he also did Greece, the Spartathlon. He did that 153 miles, 154 miles, in a row.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
incredible.
I know, sick. From Athens to Sparta.
Wow.
He did that one twice.
That's what the Olympians did, right? Like, is
Yeah,
that
it was
what-
like a Nefertiti's type of story. You know, the guy,
Dang.
the guy ended up dropping dead after after doing that
Yeah.
race, and so they honor it every year.
I would
He did
imagine-
the Ironman too, and you know what I mean. And some Ironmans are cheating a little bit because you draft behind people on flat courses, and people did a lot of drafting in the
You mean like the
swim and during
winds
the
behind
bike.
you?
Yeah.
But that's not that much that's gonna make you.
No. There's flat courses that are downhill, and then there's very
Oh.
high courses. Like Lake Placid is a very hard course, and it's mostly hills. But people say they did an Ironman at whatever speed, and they're like,
Oh.
"Well, where would you do it?" You know what I mean? So that makes a
Okay.
difference too. It's a 112-mile bike.
Does he have one of those Iron Man tattoos everyone gets in the
No,
back of their
he has.
leg?
He had a fake decal. He doesn't have any. He doesn't have any of those tattoos.
Gotcha.
He also had the Fruitarian that was also fake. If you ever see a picture, it wasn't.
Oh,
real.
that's funny.
Yeah.
I got a.
You have
there
a
was
tattoo?
Yeah. There was a tattoo parlor in Brooklyn. Do they call them tattoo parlors? I guess so.
Yeah, it's like a pizza parlor,
Yeah,
ice cream parlor.
And they said that they had this ink that would disappear in 1 year. They're
Oh.
like, get tattoos for 1 year. So I went thinking I'd get like a funny tattoo. So I went there, I made an appointment. And I was like, I want to get Chris Kirkpatrick's face tattooed on my arm. Chris
Who's
Kirkpatrick, he was he's in NSYNC.
Oh, okay.
He's like the guy with the braids and the goggles from NSYNC. That
I don't know boy
he
bands, but you
founded
do.
NSYNC.
I
I
know.
love.
Yeah, I
I'm
know
a
you
big
do. I
big
saw
fan
your
of NSYNC.
video. Yeah, I saw that.
So I got him, and I still kind of have it.
Oh my God!
You
So
can
it
still
never
kinda-
came out.
it never-
Maybe
this
because
is-
you got a tan.
This is 4 years ago.
Maybe because you went in the sun.
Yeah, you can kind of see it here, his face, and yeah, I still have it, and I've
gonna
sent
do
it.
a
Like
segment.
I'm friends with the guy, and I think he thinks it's cool, and maybe I'll get it redone eventually, but I think tattoos like that are kind of fun. That kind of disappear in a little while.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have.
Yeah, you don't want that commitment.
I think everyone has tattoos now. It's kind of fun not to have tattoos. Do you know what I
Right.
mean?
Well, I'm a blank slate.
Yeah, me too. Like except for this.
Well, as a Jew, I'm not going to get a tattoo. So
Because you can't. Oh.
They say that. I don't know if it's true. I mean, all of Israel, they were all tattooed. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It might be a change. So we're going to do a segment now called Ask a Bitch.
Ask a bitch.
Ask a Bitch. And
Hey.
that's about relationships. You guys write in. Please write in to my website. Or you could even DM me on Victoria Makes You Laugh on Instagram. But send me your relationship questions, and I will answer them as best as I can on my website, wifesabitch.com. So, first question. This can go to either of us. We can
Okay.
answer it however we want.
Great.
My girlfriend of 12 years wants to get married, but we kind of don't need to anymore. She knows I love her, but she insists on marriage. She's threatened to leave me if I don't, and I don't want to get married. What should I do?
Well,
Leave the bitch. No, I'm kidding.
I would say I would find out why you don't want to get married. Like, because if you're in a marriage, you can still leave them. You can get divorced and
He
separate.
probably has tattoos and committed to those. But
I don't know. I would need more information. I
Right.
think if 12 years is a long time. I've been married for 12 years.
12 years a slave.
Yeah, all right. That's a long time. It's a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah. You gotta really love that person to really. If you can't let her
Yeah,
go,
but
then marry her.
Yeah.
I
She's
agree.
married. I don't think what's a piece of paper, like I kind of see it both ways. Like we don't need a piece of paper to justify our
And if
love.
money is a problem, then do a prenup. If
There you
that's your
go.
issue,
Do you have
what
a
I mean?
prenup?
No, my
Yeah.
husband had nothing when we got married.
Yeah,
I
same.
married him for love.
I don't have a prenup.
But now he has money, so he's screwed if I divorce him. So
Hey.
another reason why we stayed married.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So wait, I forgot to end that whole thing about like my husband wanted to get divorced during prison.
Oh, yeah.
And then he wanted me back, and I said, no, now you really have to date me.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it. I'm not taking you back. I'm dating other guys at the same time. I was on Tinder. No joke.
Really?
Yep. And he ended up living somewhere else a mile away. And we met in Central Park. We'd go for a nice walk, and we'd hold hands. And then he ended up asking me to move back in with him. And
Wow.
that was it. We had the best 6 years. The last 6 years were the best ever.
Sometimes
So it's like sometimes you
think
need to break.
A break kind of shows you like how good it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying date other people.
Well,
but
there was nothing out there that was better.
a lot of times my wife and I go on the road a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll be gone for like a week, 2 weeks at a time without
Sure.
seeing her. We talk all the time, but I'm
Sure.
just like, can't wait to get back to like you,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like.
That's nice,
just-
isn't it?
Yeah, I
It's
like it.
nice. And your wife is much older than you are.
She's 15 years older.
That's a big,
Yeah.
big jump. My
Yeah. She
husband's
looks-
7 years younger than I am.
We look the same age, but she's beautiful. And
I
she's,
know. I saw
yeah.
pictures. Very
Yeah.
pretty woman. And
I got very lucky.
secure. And she has a kid.
She has I have a stepdaughter who's like 34, and she has 2 kids.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm sure they love you.
I
You're like
love
the
it, yeah.
Ashton Kutcher of that group.
Yeah. Yeah, like
It
I'm
works
close.
for you.
And my stepdaughter and I were like best friends. We
That's
talk almost
amazing.
every day.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
good relationship.
And her father's still around?
Yeah.
All right, so who cares? Who cares about him? All right,
Steve's
next
fine.
question. I want kids and my boyfriend does not. I'm 4 years older than he is, and his mother is begging me to just get pregnant and trap him. What do you think I should do?
Yeah, you gotta look. If you want to have kids, it's such a
Commitment.
commitment, but it's also like
They bring luck, I think.
I don't think you can be with if you want to have kids and your partner doesn't want to have kids. I don't think it's a good match because there's going to be resentment.
Sometimes they don't know that they want kids
That's
until they
true.
have them. I've seen that happen.
Oh, that's
too.
true. That's true too. So maybe I would sit down and be like, look, I really want to have kids.
How about one kid?
Especially if you're a woman, you don't have all the time in the
Right?
world.
No, there's a clock, baby
Yeah.
cakes.
Yeah.
There's a clock ticking.
Yeah.
All right, next question. My husband wants, I hope that helps. I don't know. You didn't give us that many details. My husband wants to do a threesome, and I don't want to. He keeps pressuring me, and I'm getting really annoyed. We have 4 kids together, and they range from 2 to 17. Is he going through a midlife that will just pass? He's 48, and I'm 34.
Just try it.
34. She has a
I would say, like, if
17-year-old.
your husband really wants to do a threesome and you're like against it,
Start out with a blow-up doll.
yeah. Yeah, there
Ease
are ways
into it.
you can ease into it.
Ease
Like,
into it.
my
Or
wife
go
and
to
I,
like Thailand or something where no one will know.
oh, babe, that's a good idea. Maybe it's like, yeah, if you do it with someone who you have no strings attached with, you're
Right.
never going to see again.
Neutral. You'll never see
That
them
could
again.
be interesting.
Yeah.
My wife and I have never even thought about bringing a
Maybe
third
wear a
in.
mask.
It's hard to please one person. I can't please two people.
Right, I know. My husband said, I can't even cheat on you with you. I don't have the time.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
No, my husband gets disgusted by anybody even massaging him besides me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is nice. So that's good.
Yeah.
All right, next question. My wife is a bitch, but that's what I love about her most. My friends can't stand her, and they won't come to my house if she's home. But she insists on not leaving to prove a point. Should I rent a small place to have my friends come to hang out with her?
Yeah, it does sound like your
Without
wife's a
her.
bitch. I don't like this wife.
You don't like her?
No, she's not
I'm a
letting her.
bitch.
She's not letting. But you would let your
Right,
husband
yeah,
have his
yeah,
time
yeah,
with his
yeah, of
friends,
course,
right?
of
And you wouldn't
course.
be a bit like.
I mean, I've turned his friends off so much that they won't come over. No, I'm kidding.
Or really? See, I think
That was my strategy. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I don't know. That seems weird. Unless she thinks like the friends are like bad influences, or maybe they're like bad people. Maybe some of the friends are okay, but it does seem like you need to reevaluate that.
Gotcha.
Don't you think?
I agree. Damn, you got it. You nailed it. All right, next one. My boyfriend is about to propose to me, and I don't want it to be a surprise. He insists it will be. He's already not respecting my wishes. Is that a red flag? Do you think I should break up? Break up? I mean, that's a big one.
Depends if you're going to say yes or not. Like, you know he's going to propose, so it's not really a surprise.
Right.
Right?
Right.
My wife, when I proposed, she had no idea.
I didn't know. I didn't either.
You had no
My husband
idea?
took me to Israel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, he's like, I have a question to ask you. I'm like,
How long were you dating before you guys got engaged?
11 months to the day.
Wow, that's not even that long, honestly.
Yeah,
we were
11
dating
months.
like 2 or 3 years before we got engaged.
And then we got married 3 months later, a few months later. No, 2 months later.
Whoa, you move quick.
So 13 months to the day that we met, we got married. And he was 21 when I met him. A week to
was
his
a
21st
baby.
birthday.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
He could
yeah.
barely drink at his own
Well,
wedding.
I was a virgin on my wedding night. So I was almost 30. I was 2 weeks before I was 30.
Oh, well, that's why he wanted to marry you.
So, well, he waited, which was nice.
That is
which
nice.
is another reason why I wanted to marry him because
Wow.
he didn't care.
A virgin on your wedding. That white dress was really symbolic
It
then.
really was. I really earned that. Okay. How do I get my mother-in-law off my back? She pressures me to make more and more money for my wife and kids, and I struggle in how the world is today. I work as a waiter downtown Chicago. I don't have any plans to do something else because I don't have too many skills. You're selling yourself short, buddy. I think you might have more skills than you think.
Yeah. You know, there's so many ways to make passive income these days too. What I would do, honestly, go to ChatGPT and be like, these are my skills.
That's a good one.
How can I make some more money?
Go to Indeed or try a new hobby or new classes. Maybe you're really good at art and you don't even know. I have a friend that she had no idea she was a great artist until she took an art class. And shout out to the men out there that are writing to me.
Or maybe start your own business. I know that sounds like, oh, you just start your own business, but it doesn't have to be like a Fortune 500 company to start.
Sign
Like,
up for your first 5K.
Make
Do something that's going to build your confidence.
but that's not going to make any money
No,
unless
but
you
it
win.
still builds your confidence
Sure.
also. And maybe you are a really good runner. And
Maybe.
you don't know it,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah. Or maybe you just need to get better tips.
Right. And good friends. And try new things. There's
Yeah.
a million things that you could try that
Love
you might be
that.
really good at. Maybe you're great at digital stuff online. You could do stuff on Amazon. That's easy stuff now too. You can
Yeah.
sell stuff on Amazon.
Yeah, sell stuff on
Easy.
eBay. Like, look at your closet, sell some stuff.
And
Make some
and
money.
really, again, shout out to the men that are writing to me. I thought these were all going to be women, writing to
Shout
me.
out to the men.
If wife's a bitch, then what's a male version of that? Because that's what I am. I'm a homosexual who has high standards. How do I know for sure if he's the one? You just know.
Yeah.
You just know.
Yeah, it's like, could you see yourself living with this person forever and growing old with them? And do you want to share your life with them? If the answer is yes, boom.
Boom. All right, I think this is the last one. Dating is tough in New York City. I'm 31 years old and I need to know what I'm doing wrong. I'm on all the dating apps and I don't know if it's because I'm too picky or if they just don't like my vibe. I'm a lawyer and make good money, but I never bring it up into the conversation. Most men do, especially if they make less money. I feel like I'm being used. They even want me to pay halfway, at least by the third date. Is that normal?
Well, I'm kind of old school. I
Me
think the
too.
guy should pay for like the first few dates. You know, when you
I
get
think
when
more
you
than that.
well, yeah, but when you get to like
Yeah, your friendships now.
Yeah, when
you're in
you're
a friendship at this point.
yeah, I mean,
Then you can contribute.
yeah, but I mean, like, I would always pay for me and my wife's dates.
Same. My husband
We did
paid
long
also.
distance for a while.
Oh, really? Where was she?
She was in Wisconsin,
Ooh.
and she would
How'd
come.
you meet?
We met. I got
Okay,
a.
was it an orgy or something?
No,
You had
no.
that laugh that was like,
I had a friend tell me that her friend's mom thought I was cute.
ooh.
And so I looked her up on Facebook. I was like, oh, all right. So I messaged her, and we were pen pals for like 8 months.
Wow.
We were both seeing other people. We weren't even thinking like, hey, we're gonna get
Yeah,
together. We were just
yeah.
kind of emailing. And every time I get a message from her, I'd be like, ah. And,
Did you ever do a video calls or anything like that?
no, we never did. This was like
Really?
2009,
Oh, there
2010.
was no
Or
video.
there was, but we just never really did it. We never FaceTimed or anything. But then I went to meet her in person. We met at a bar, and we've been together ever since.
Wow,
Yeah.
I love that story.
It's pretty cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
She was divorced for how long by that time?
Oh, long, long time. She was divorced for maybe 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe 15,
Wow,
20. Yeah,
okay.
and Steve's her ex-husband, and she's still in my stepdaughter's life, and which is good.
Okay.
They live close, so that's nice.
That is nice.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you have this energy that's like very flexible and easygoing. You're an
Sure.
easygoing guy.
I try to be.
think you are.
I try to be.
And
Some
at
people
least
would
that's what you
disagree, but I
portray.
try.
Well, I'm sure you have your moments in your,
Oh, yeah.
whatever. But all around, I think that your energy is just so, just placid. It's just like so easy
Thank you.
and
Appreciate it.
nice. And yeah, I loved having you on.
This was so fun.
If you
I
want to
can't
tell
believe,
everybody what.
Yeah, I just can't believe this went by so quickly. Yeah, come
flowed.
Marcus Monroe
You're that
on
good at this.
Instagram, TikTok. Find me,
Marcus
marcusmonroe.com. I'll be on the subway doing jokes.
He'll be on some of my shows also.
Yes.
Some of them are at the Perry Club downtown in West Village. And I've been loving this. And I'm going to have you on again for
Yeah,
sure.
we'll do it.
I'm excited to have you on shows. Also, look me up on wifesofbitch.com. Victoria Makes You Laugh on Instagram. And that's it, folks. This is it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.